Hey, good evening, good evening, good evening. Oh my gosh, everyone. Can you believe this is day 13 of my 14-day challenge? Only one more day to go. I am so proud of myself for making it this far. And let me tell you something. I am literally running on fumes today. Long day. Long story, but I had one of my real ones sent me a text and said, "Are you gonna do your live video?" Now, that's what I'm talking about. Accountability. I asked for it, I put it out there, and I had someone holding me accountable. Hey, Jerome, how you doing? What's going on? So this is gonna be very quick because I gotta get in the bed in like less than 10 minutes, no lie. But I wanted to share this with you. I've been thinking about this literally all day today after I watched this video. So, you know, I've been telling you guys that one of my mentors in my head, never met her in real life, but you don't have to meet your mentor to have them be your mentor, right? Like, some people say that Jim Rohn is their mentor, and, he's been deceased for years. Oh, I love you guys too. Tell wifey I said what's up. So Stormy Wellington is a young lady a very powerful young lady, multi-millionaire. She can be quite controversial because she's one of those people that says what she means and means what she says, and she can come off very abrupt and in your face. But I kind of can appreciate that because sometimes I can be abrupt. But what I really, really admire about this woman is I don't see anybody on the scene like her. Not in the past, not now. Like, I don't see anybody who I feel like is doing as much for our culture. And by our culture, I mean unapologetically the Black culture. Yes, not to say that she only, speaks to, Black people or minorities or what have you. She speaks to any and everybody. But, I can honestly say that the majority of people that do, follow her, listen to her, do business with her, the majority of them are, are minorities, are Black women especially. And, like attracts like. I talked about that in my prior video. So, but what I really, really love about her is how it's not just about her, flashing for the gram and, showing you this. Yeah, she's flashy and, she'll show her, what she bought and her cars and her home and jewels and all of that sort of thing. But that's not what it's about. And I think if you really study a person, if you really start to listen to them, if you, read their books, watch what they're saying. Don't look at a little clip that you saw on the Shade Room and then judge a person based upon that. Don't go by somebody's hearsay and then judge a person based upon that. If you really want to know a person, if they have material out there, go read what they wrote. She's an author. She's written books. She has a huge video library on YouTube. You can watch some of her videos from like years ago. She has a history in network marketing. She has, turned so many people into millionaires. So, I mean, there's a lot about her that you just, if you really want to find out about her, you really want to know about her, you can do the research yourself. Hey, girly, what's going on? How are you doing? So what I love about her is what she's doing for the culture, how she is really reaching back and helping other people. Like, if you watch her transformation online, That's what I can appreciate. That's what I can respect. You can actually see over the years how she is transformed mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, and financially. And it's right there on video for you to see. And it's a lot of things she talks about that she is like not ashamed to tell you, areas where she fell, areas where she messed up. You know what I mean? She's human, just like anybody else. And I think that's what I love and respect her about the most, is that she's human. And she doesn't come on on her videos and try to present, like her world is just peaches and cream, and that everything is just oh so easy. Like, she's down, dirty, gritty, in your face. You're gonna hear about the good times, but you're gonna hear about the bad times too. She's gonna get vulnerable sometimes, and then she's gonna be in your face about it too. And I can respect that. So I was watching one of her videos tonight, or earlier today, and it's from a couple of years ago, but it's, it was entitled, "What are you going to do differently this year?" And I wanted to touch on that, before I go to sleep. I got 5 minutes, you guys. So what are you going to do differently this year? And I asked myself that very question. What am I going to do differently for 2023? Because, I'm a pretty good goal setter, I think. You know what I mean? I believe I'm a good goal setter. And I'm determined. When I set a goal, I'm one of those people that's, anything I put my mind to, I know I can do it. I've achieved it. It's no problem to do that. I believe in doing vision boards. I do vision boards every January. And I love being able to see some of the things that I, clipped out on my vision board come true over time, right? But I just feel like we spend a lot of time talking or thinking about what we're going to do, but our actions don't always align with what we're saying. And for me, I know that I have to do so many things differently if I want to get to that next level. Yes, vision boards. I love vision boards. So, what are you going to do differently for 2023? And this is only for the people who are really like on that quest to get to the next level. If you are tired of that relationship, if you or you want a relationship, like, what are you going to do differently? I can't stand when single people say they want to meet somebody, they tired of being alone, but they stay in the house. They don't ever go anywhere. So are you really tired of being alone? Do you really want to be in a relationship? Because you're not going to meet that person sitting in your house. You see what I'm saying? Or, if you say that you don't want to be mistreated by someone anymore, but you continue to be in that relationship. No one is forcing you to stay in a relationship that you don't want to be in. And do you really love yourself? And don't say it's for the kids. Oh, Lord, please. Because that's not helping the kids at all. You tired of your job. You feel like, that's not the job for you. They don't appreciate you. You know that there's something else. You hate getting up and going to work in the morning. You cringe every time Sunday night rolls around because you got to get up to go to work Monday. You know what I mean? You hate the thought of getting in the car and driving to work, or getting back in the car and driving home. The commute is it just makes you depressed. Like, who wants to live like that? And you don't have to. Or you just tired of punching the clock for somebody else and you want to start your own business. Well, hey, start your business while you working your job. Successful entrepreneurs say you can work your job 9 to 5, but from 6 to 9, work your business. till it gets to the point where you no longer have to work that job anymore if you don't want to. And if you truly want to go to the next level and be successful, you've got to do things that successful people do. You got to put yourself in environments that successful people are in, and you got to stop doing the same thing that you were doing last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And sometimes that might mean stop being around the people that you've always been around, because if all of you are doing the same thing that you've always done year after year and nobody's growing, that's not a good environment. Or at least that's not the environment for you. Not to say that it's a bad environment. Let's just say it's not the environment that you can grow in. You've grown as much as you could in that environment, and now you have to put yourself in a different environment. And some feelings might be hurt, some toes might be stepped on, but people who really love you will understand and see that you're growing. And they'll either get up there with you and be like, hey, I see what you're doing. I understand. Let's do this together. Or if they're truly your friend and they know that they're not ready to grow, they'll love you from afar. They'll applaud your growth. They'll continue to be your friend. Even though the relationship may change a little bit, you may not spend as much time with them right now while you're doing what it is that you need to do, but there's always going to be the love there, and they should respect that. So I just want to ask you, what are you doing differently for 2023? Are you going to read more? Are you going to watch TV less? Are you going to get off those, gossip sites, gossip blogs? Are you going to stop reading about everybody else's, $1 million life and, all the clothes they're buying and the trips they're taking, and you're going to start taking trips on your own? Are you going to invest in yourself more? Are you going to put yourself first? Are you going to start saying no to everybody else and say yes to yourself more? These are some of the things that I'm asking myself. These are some of the things that I'm doing differently for 2023. And being unapologetic about it, quite honestly. Being unapologetic about it. One of the things that Stormy said, and we've all heard this before, is, that saying, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. You can't date the same kind of person and think that somehow this person is going to be the one. You can't do the same thing every weekend and wonder why you feel so bored or out of sorts or just lost in life at times. Or you feel like your life isn't moving upward. You're not doing anything outstanding. You can't continue to give minimal effort at your job and think that somehow you're going to, get a raise some kind of way. Oh, well, the cost of living is going up. I should also get more money too. Okay, well, but if you're not, what you gonna do? You gonna depend on that job? Or you gonna sit out there and say, you know what, if they not gonna give me the money, I'm gonna go out here and get it myself. I'm not gonna depend on someone else. Because if they control your money, they control you. That's another thing about having a job. And nothing's wrong with having a job. I love my career. I love what I do. But it doesn't own me. It doesn't rule me. And if you want something different, you got to do things differently. So that's all I have for tonight. Tomorrow is the last day of the challenge, day 14. 14 is also a magical number for me. I'll let you know tomorrow why that is. But tonight, day 13 is a wrap. I'm going to bed. It's been a long day. Peace and blessings to you all. Make sure that you subscribe. Not only subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Hope Strategist, but also make sure that you click on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I upload a new video. And make sure to follow me here on IG _Shay Hope or The Hope Strategist 2019. And I'm also on Facebook, Hope Strategist and Shay Hope. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week, everyone. I'll be back tomorrow for the last day of the challenge. Peace and blessings.